We are the Management Mongrels Team Q. Paul Gerlach, Alex Cook, Kayla Tesmer, Kendall Lake, Jordan Lutz, and Jen Lehman. Our SMART goal was to conduct 2 voter registration booth events on behalf of BGSU Votes on Thursday, October 1st and Monday, October 5th, 2015, registering at least 120 new voters and passing out at least 150 informational flyers. Working with BGSU Votes, there was a lot of decision making, but we came to the conclusion that the staircase leading to the education building was a great location for this project. This involved us going to University Hall, getting the table to put the candy and drinks on, as well as our information boards and flyers to set up. For the 2 days we did this event, it lasted from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We would start setting up by 9:30 a.m. and then taking everything down and back up to University Hall once 3 p.m. hit. We had registration forms and flyers in hand, as well as some on the table during the event. We also had a board with 3 issues on it where people were able to read and get more information.
Among our successes included that we organized the event successfully in a short period of time. We only had 8 days before the first event day to brainstorm ideas, create a trifold poster about the state issues, gather all supplies, and get trained to run the booth. Even when we were short on time to plan, we were able to exceed our SMART goal by getting 158 new registered voters and passing out 154 informational flyers. Another success was that each member of our group overcame the fear of approaching people as they walked by our voter booth. Oftentimes, people would ignore us, but we kept asking them if they were registered to vote, and we were able to build self-efficacy, especially when people were interested in what we were doing. This definitely built our confidence. One of the greatest challenges we faced, especially on our first event day, was the weather. We did not expect it to be very windy and cold that day. Our flyers, registration papers, and candy were constantly getting blown off of the table by the wind. We were also not able to put our state issues board up the first event day. Another challenge that we faced on both event days was that a few petitioners wanted to work side by side with us. It would have been a great risk to allow them to work with us, especially because BGSU Votes is nonpartisan, so we had to turn them away as representatives of the organization. There were a number of things we learned throughout this service learning project with BGSU Votes. First, we really learned what it was like to work in a diverse group with people of different specializations, beliefs, and experiences. For example, Paul is a dietetics major while Kayla is a sports management major. At the beginning of the semester, we were able to get to know each other and determine our mutual goals in order to successfully work together before the voter registration deadline. By also getting to know each other, specifically our strengths and weaknesses, it allowed us to assign specific tasks to each member based on strengths. For example, since Kendall has great communication skills, she was one of the main contacts with Meg and Trent, 2 of the student ambassadors with the Andrew Goodman Foundation of BGSU Votes. Also, since Jen loves to plan and lead events, she was delegated the role of site supervisor for the 2 events. Dividing up roles and tasks allowed us to form an organizational culture of trust. We also learned how to effectively communicate, not only with our supervisor, but also with each other. With using different means of communication, each member of our group had to be active listeners. This was crucial, especially during the brainstorming process, as well as in the meetings with our supervisor. For example, our group members really listened to Jordan's suggestion of having candy at our events, and his explanation as to why that was the best choice. Also, Alex learned a lot about different voting aspects from several members in the group when communicating with them. In conclusion, even in an uncertain environment with many challenges, our group, the Management Mongrels, efficiently and effectively exceeded our SMART goal through our voter registration booth events, which furthered the goals and surpassed the expectations of BGSU Votes.